The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or Comcast. MATV welcomes your comments. Call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
You know, we're going to pause this because we've got more. Is it recording? Yeah. Is this recording the roof right now? Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. It should say recording.
I'm not sure.
So you loosen everything and then you just basically go by the monitor to follow everything. Okay, so you basically go by the monitor to follow everything. Welcome back, sports fans, to another edition of the MNBL action. I'm your host, the Dudster, Nestor Dudley, along with special guest, our annual guest, City Councilor Ward 1, Gary Christensen. Gary, welcome
Nestor,
again.
good to be back.
I'm glad that you accepted the invitation.
Yep.
And we have Joshua McCown, rookie extraordinaire from the Sixers, behind the camera, his very first camera duty. And Joshua McCown was recipient of the Woo of the Week, Gary, and you know how coveted that award is, the Woo of the Week.
Right. It was the first thing you taught me. It's all about the woos.
It's all about the woos. Test, 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 test. I can only hear you. You can only hear. You can't. Test, 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 test. I just have to figure this out real quick, Gary. I'll be right back. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Gary, can you say a couple things?
Sure. It's all about the woo.
Okay. How about that? Still can't hear? Are you sure? Josh, let me get those headphones.
Can you hear me now, Nestor?
Your mic is fine. My mic isn't. Somebody sabotage my mic, Gary. Yes. Okay, how about now? You should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Let me see. You can hear me? Test, test, test. Yep, I'm clear. Okay, we solved the problem. We have solved the problem, and I got my Pepsi in. Life's beautiful.
Good. Glad to hear. And I'm glad to be here with you for another year. This is my, what, fourth year now?
I think this
Third
is your
year?
fourth year. I think this is your fourth year. This is beautiful. And the first game we have here, Gary, we have the 2-7 Pistons going up against the 1-7 Celtics.
Yeah.
Gary, this 1-7 Celtics, this team is an enigma to me. I predicted this team to go all the way to the big dance and take the whole damn thing. But this team is wallowing in the basement.
Well, Nestor, it's also an enigma to me because I see my name on the back of their jerseys.
So, and your name has always been on the back of the Celtics jersey, so...
That's true. In good times, right? And bad times.
Yeah. So, either the Celtics need to change their game, or you need to change your name.
Sometimes I think about changing my name, depending on the number of calls I get. Oops.
As always, Gary, you know my favorite category, the Dirty Dozen. These are the league hacks, and guest camera person, Josh McCown, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6th on the Dirty Dozen list, in the thick of things, but he's only played 7 games while the rest played 8 or 9.
Right.
So if he played all 9 games, he could possibly be leading that category. But his teammate, Ken LaFosse, is.
I see that. Now, where are the Celtics predicted to finish at the beginning of the season? It's always interesting to know. Like
the beginning of the season, I predicted the Celtics to come in 2nd place. Mm-hmm. But then I predicted them to go and face the Bullets in the championship game and to beat the Bullets.
And what's happened to the Celtics? Has it been an injury-plagued season, or?
It has not been an injury-plagued season. He has all his players. He actually traded a 3rd-year player to the Lakers sometimes some players and coaches do not mix, and the player wanted to go, the coach wanted him to go, and when that happened, Gary, all of the players and coaches for the Celtics were on the same page. And I figured, well, if they can go to the playoffs the past 3 years, and there's been turbulence in the family, they certainly should be able to take everything.
Right.
And it was on the same page. But it hasn't been that way. So maybe there's a lesson to be learned. Maybe that you need a little controversy on your basketball team.
It's like on our city council.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you need a little bit. But on the opposite side, what's happened to the Pistons here? 2-7, I see. 3-game losing streak.
The Pistons, Gary. The Pistons are a much better Piston team than they were the past couple of seasons. Paul Conrad has his big three, which is Michael Twisted Steele, second-year junior, Kevin Barry, first-year junior, I believe, out of MC, and Leo Rodriguez, second-year junior.
Okay.
And if those big three, but they can't seem to put it together. I've said that the offense of this will flow if Leo Rodriguez will give up the ball, distribute the ball. When you're a point guard, Gary, you know you're the quarterback on the floor. You got to get the other four players involved. You can't go 1-on-5. At the beginning of the year, he was going 1-on-5, Leo Rodriguez. Paul Conrad took away the playing time a little bit. Leo learned he'd been able to distribute the ball. But the Pistons, a good team, they've just lost some close games.
I see. And so what are you looking for here today?
You know,
anybody's game?
It's anybody's game. I think if the Pistons can distribute the ball, then I see a Pistons victory.
Rebound, guys!
I would favor the Pistons by 4. It's tough to say that against a team that has your name on the back of their jersey, but
I see the Celtics got some big people though down low, huh?
Yes, Bobby Skane, number 21, who was playing defense right there. He's the tallest on the Celtics, and he's the most accurate three-point shooter.
Oh, nice shot there.
That's a nice shot. There's a nice take to the hole by Leo Rodriguez.
Steele.
And Steele, the strong move.
Nice job, Michael.
The Pistons, they're on a 6 to 8 point scoring streak right here.
Come on, Pistons, Captain.
Oh, nice move.
Oh, the floodgates is open.
Yeah, that's true too.
Ryan D'Souza hacked in the yak, doesn't go. His Atlas Turtle sporting his new hairdo, he ain't got none.
Oh, nice.
Nice strong move to the hole. Last week, the Celtics played the Sixers. The Sixers got their first victory up against the Celtics, and Atlas Turtle didn't come until the last 2 minutes of the ball game. Unfortunately, he was stuck at work.
So that was part of the reason.
Yeah.
Different ball game if he was here for the full.
I think it would have been a different ball game if he was there for the full. But you cannot take anything away from the Sixers. That was a well-deserved Sixer victory. The Sixers worked hard. Gary, this year, huh? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Where you have it is fine. Where you have it is fine. There seems to be something at the scorer's table.
You gotta check the video tape. The clock is going upwards, Ron. Can you do that?
Oh, the clock is going up?
Check the tape beyond.
These things only happen to Paul Conrad. You know, what a momentum killer. What a momentum killer. Gary, they said that the clock was counting up as opposed to counting down, but I thought it was counting down. Because it starts at 10.
Well, don't tell me this was done intentionally. You're looking for a new clock from the city.
Josh, let me check this, because I heard myself. Let me take the headphones, and I see the meters going.
I think it was going down.
My mic's out. I can hear myself.
Yep.
I was holding what thing? Check, check, check. You know what I think? I think maybe this is cutting out on you, but we're definitely going through, because you can see it. Okay. That's what's happening. This is cutting out on you.
Now, while we have a break in the action, Nesta, I read in the Malden Evening News yesterday, who was this kid with 23 rebounds from last week? James Dean.
Oh, Jimmy Dean, he is a 3-year
record?
senior. Well, you know what? We don't keep rebound stats.
That's got to be up there, isn't it?
Normally, but it has to be up there. I would say it's up there. You know, we don't keep rebound stats. I wish we did keep rebound stats,
Yeah.
but, you know, we do everything here like by hand and stuff, and, you know, the stats that we have, I think, are kind of impressive anyway.
Right.
To get rebound stats, now you're kind of reaching out for it.
Yeah.
But that would be good to get rebound stats. Look the score, Gary. 113 to 110, and we haven't even played the first full 10 minutes yet. You know, this is better than the pros. Either they're sharpshooters or they don't play any defense, or a combination of both.
Well, we haven't breaking the action, Nest. I just want to make sure you know that Councilor at Large Marty Gately wanted to be here, but he had to stay home with the kids. So he did call to say hello to you and wish the league good luck.
Well, you know, if you know, that's very much appreciated. We can't get Marty in the '06 season. We can certainly try to get Marty in the '07 season.
Right.
Sooner or later we'll get him. You know, Marty did come down to the games. It was way back when we played in the old LG. It was in the mid-'90s he came. That's why I first met him at an MNBL game. He was a guest commentator, and I had him aboard. And it didn't dawn on me, maybe I should have him for Around the Rim that following week. So he has never been a guest on Around the Rim.
Yeah.
But we're going to take care of that.
Well, you know, that's what I tell him. I said, I don't know what's more difficult, calling the games or being on Around the Rim. Because you really got to know your lingo.
But I've taken care of you.
Oh, you sure
the
have.
Rim.
Yeah, you've been good to me. You've been good to me.
I've had others up there, like I had Bernardo Stroud up there. Matter of fact, I just had Bernardo Stroud and Javon Walker of the Hawks last Thursday. But the year before, when I had them on Around the Rim, we went to the segment. It was the back in the day, way back segment, and it was lost video footage of when Bernardo Stroud was 12 years old, doing the kid and play, singing and dancing stuff. So we played that, and that was the most highly rated Around the Rim last season.
Wow.
So when he came on this year, he was kind of hesitant, and I told him, I said, Bernardo, I do not have any old footage of you, but I make no promises for the '07 season. So when you're up here next year, I make no promises, but this year there will not be any old footage of you.
Well, I appreciate that. And speaking of going way back, David Marsters, one of your all-timers, just had his first baby boy.
Oh, how long ago?
About a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's his
so
name?
Resting comfortably. It's, Jesus, you had to ask me that, huh?
Nolan. Get you Around.
Nolan.
Nolan, okay.
Yep.
And
you know what that name's emanating from? Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryland. And does Dave Marster still live in Malden?
Wakefield.
Wakefield.
Yep, he's loving it, happily married.
Good for him.
Start of his family, so. But I know he's always appreciated everything he learned from the league, so he follows it regularly.
Good for him.
Mainly through me now.
Yes, we have to have a shout out to Dave Masters. Congratulations to the birth of your baby boy, Nolan. And why don't you come back here and visit us? You know, visit your old alma mater.
That's
here,
right.
And you know, give us a.
Do you ever do like a game from the throwback people? Do you have like a
You know what?
fraternity or something?
A few years ago, I did have a guest who graduated in 1991. He was on Around the Rim a few years ago. Matter of fact, his all-time scoring record was broken, and he came and he talked about it, and he was actually glad that the record was broken, because the record had stood for close to 10 years. He was glad that the record was broken. You know, records are made to be broken, and he was talking about how it was when he played and played against certain players and the friendly trash talking between him and the coaches and all that. You know, it was certainly a different time back in the early '90s. You know, in the infancy of the league, it was a very different time.
Yeah.
Very different time. So that's interesting. No, Kenny has never ventured into trying to have some type of reunions game or dare I say old timers game or something like that. You know, you get these former players, they move out of Malden and they do various other things.
Yeah.
A lot of them haven't played organized basketball since they've graduated from this program.
I see.
And so a game like that is hard to put together. But I think with some work, you put that game together, and I think that could be actually
Nice draw, right?
a good draw, probably like an actual decent fundraiser for the league.
Yeah, true.
You know, so
you should think about it. I'd pay to see that.
yeah, I think so.
Now tell me, this just isn't the start here. Are the hoops going to fall down next? Huh? What are we looking for, 100 grand here? Has this ever happened, Nestor?
We've never had a pause like this. This is a long pause, and but it's up to us to continue this good talk,
Right.
so the folks don't change the channel.
What do we want for time on there, Rev?
We went for time on there, so I look like are we going to keep the score? Well, this score is going to break all times records.
Is there a rule for this, Nestor, in your book?
There's no rule in my book. All I know is if this score stands, certainly this isn't the accurate score, but if this score stands, it's going to break the record for the highest scores. And I can even tell you the highest scoring game. It was played at Malden High. The year was 1996. It was a triple overtime game between the Lakers and the Celtics, and the Lakers were 10 points better than the Celtics, 123 to 113.
Wow.
But it took 3 overtimes.
How long did that take?
Hours. Hours. Matter of fact, Benako Stroud, who we talked about moments ago, was a Laker player. So he was on that court during that history-making moment.
Come on, guys, tough D.
Lacerda going to be on the yacht for everything is 3. That's not in his range.
Here's Rodriguez again, huh?
Yep.
Good outlet pass.
Outlet pass to Ryan D'Souza, who just loses it on his fingertips.
Get back.
The thing I like about the Pistons so far, they're a pretty good pressing team, Nestor.
Yes, and the Pistons are patient. And they get their hands on everything.
Wow.
Set up.
The Pistons just waited for them to get into the press. I don't understand it. Kevin Barry back to Ryan D'Souza, who front rims it. Atlas Sertle came down the rebound guy, but he got away with steps.
Yeah, he sure did. I think a lot of people are still wondering about the score up here. I just heard it from out in the hallway there.
Yeah, but
someone just walked in for the first time and said, wow, what a big score.
But that was from Glenn Higgins. You know he's not a credible source.
That's true. I'm impressed with that number 19 from the South so far. He's got some good size, huh?
That's Drew Weiner. This is his second year. He's a junior. He also resides on the Dirty Dozen list. But he's a hustler. And he's a lefty, so it's tough to block his shot because it's coming from the opposite side.
Here he is again. No.
Leo Rodriguez. Steal with the weak side rebound.
Wow, he got hacked, I thought.
He did. It was smack into the flesh. But he was not recipient of the whistle. Atlas Sertle gets stripped butt naked clean by Phil Matebi. He blows the bunny, but Michael Steele's there for the cleanup. Well, Gary, we did a whole lot of talking. We haven't even played 10 games. Are you going to be able to last 3 games?
I think I am. You've trained me well. We'll get into the mayor's race next.
There we go.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice down low look to Matt Schiavelli. There's Matebi. They're doing the right thing by pressing the ball when Matebi has the ball because Matebi doesn't have any handles. Seriously, they should give it to Leo Rodriguez, who's their point guard.
Right, yeah, he's good. Oh.
Bobby Skane just blew an opportunity. Now Leo's good. You don't have to tell Leo twice to go right to the basket.
Wow, he's good. He's got a future in the league, huh? Second year, you said?
Second year junior. Both teams are pressing. Drew Weiner.
Wow.
Come on, guys, don't want to walk in like that.
Little Larry Bird-esque there, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good trap right there.
Yeah, sure is. Both teams are really pressing hard.
Oh, come on, Leo.
Leo Rodriguez blew the bunny when he had Atlas Sertle, just a basket hanging, Gary. Blows an opportunity. Gets the rebound. That was tipped in by Bobby Skane.
They still call fouls in the league?
Sometimes I ask the same question, Gary. You know what's a lost call, Gary? It's the 3 seconds. That's a lost call.
When's the last time that's been called in this league? Or has it ever?
This referee right here, I don't know his name, but he's a new referee.
Yeah.
And he calls the 3 seconds, which I was very impressed with.
Wow.
Very impressed. I'm like, 3 seconds? You believe the 3 seconds call? I thought they got rid of that call, and I didn't get the memo or the email.
Coach is upset.
Both teams are pressing. Things are erratic. And the Celtics right now, Gary, are 1 point better than the Pistons by a score of 120 to 119.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the way both teams are pressing, and you wouldn't know they were both 2-7 and 1-7. This looks like a highly contested game.
Well, the parity in this league, Gary, is basically unbelievable. The league's been around for 21 years, established in 1986, and this is the only year that literally you can honestly say that any team can beat any other team. There are no teams that are head and shoulders above everyone else. Right now, the Bulls are on top of the land by 7-1, but they're not head and shoulders above everyone. The Lakers are 6-3. The Bullets' lone loss was to the Lakers. You see, the Hawks are 6-2. The Hawks have swept the Lakers, and the Kings are 5-2. They beat the Lakers in what has been the upset of the year.
Now, I noticed, though, when you mentioned that analysis, you went right from the Bullets to the Lakers, and you skipped over the Hawks and Kings.
Well, I just say that the Hawks did beat the Kings. The Hawks beat the Kings and the Lakers.
Little plug for the Lakers?
And the Kings beat the Lakers. But the Sonics were in 5th place. They started out 0-3. They're on a 5-game win streak.
I saw that.
They have beaten the Hawks, and they are playing the Hawks the 3rd game today.
Oh, great.
Good transition.
The thing I noticed about this game, too, Nestor, a lot of it's down low, which is nice to see.
Yes.
And I know we've been involved with some games where they just shoot from the outside, but these teams, they really try to get it down below.
And that's the way basketball should be played on this level, down low in the paint.
Yeah.
If you talk to Minister Bernard Strahler, he'll tell you that the thing that ruined this league, or ruined the game of basketball, is they put that three-point line. It just ruined the game because they all stand out there and shoot threes. When they warm up on their own, Gary, they all shoot threes.
I see. Like right there.
Like right here, see? And see, even if out in range, you know, and he taking a couple steps in, would have been in his range, settle for the 2. He still got greedy. He should have gave it up. There's Bobby Skane, the basket hanging.
Nice shot.
Steele is just not giving up the ball.
No.
PC, Paul Conrad said, pass the doggone ball, and they just said, oh, he got
He got butt naked.
Yeah. Buddy blows up, buddy. That was what you call accidental defense. His hands just happened to be there, stripped the butt naked clean, went in, and blew the buddy. After a Coach Paul Conrad and Coach Evans, Magic Vivier, friendly banter amongst themselves. 17 ticks to go in the first half, Gary. And boy, it seems like we've been here all day.
But I'll tell you, it's been an entertaining game. When I first saw the records, I was like, oh, this could be a sleeper, but this has been good.
It has been thus far good basketball.
Although I am hoping that there isn't any overtime.
Yeah, that would be nice not to see overtime. Gary, so far, speaking of overtime, there has only been one overtime game this season, and it was a double overtime game, and it was between the Kings and the Hawks. Double overtime. Exciting game. That was actually the game of the week a couple of weeks ago. Double overtime.
Now, is that the Hawks with Jamie Guess?
Yes.
He's back?
Jamie Guess is back. This is his 3rd year. He's a 3-year senior. He is the Hawks MVP.
Yeah, I remember him from last year. He's all around, right?
He's all around.
Yep.
He's absolutely bar none the best point guard in the league.
Well, speaking of which, do you award that? Is there an MVP of the league?
We do have MVP of the league. We have MVP.
Is he in the running?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely in the running. We have the MVP of the league. We have the MVP of the playoffs. Matter of fact, the Hawks are the way they are because of Jamie Guess. Jamie Guess, he knows when to distribute the ball. He knows when to take it to the hole. He's another coach on the floor. Basically, he's another coach on the floor. When it comes down to crunch time in the game, you know, the ball is in Jamie's hands. And he's a very unselfish player. Likes to get the other players involved.
Yep.
You know, he's not the biggest player out here. Uses his mind.
So the second half now about to begin?
Second quarter.
Second quarter, right. It has been long, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, make something happen out there, guys.
And during that timeout, Gabby, there was a little lip service between Paul Conrad and Michael Steele, and I thought I heard Paul say, "You're bench for the rest of the game."
Huh?
And if that's true, then I do not like the Pistons' chances, because Paul will be benching his best player.
Now I also notice Rodriguez doesn't take a rest, huh?
Not yet, anyway. Skane, beyond the arc where everything is 3. That's
nice hands. That's nice hands.
Oh, he was out of position.
I'll be all right about number 1. He's got good hands.
Yes. Drew Weiner. I don't know if that was a pass or a shot.
I'm not sure either.
I honestly don't know if that was a pass or a shot.
Or to who? It's got to be one of the games. I can't. They don't call fouls. How many times have they gone the free throw line? And it's been on. Yeah. He knew it. He was on his way.
Yes.
Nesta, anybody gone up high? Slammed it down?
The only one in this league that can do it is Jimmy Dean of the Bullets.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't done it yet this season, but he's done it his past 2 seasons. You know, you really have to have a breakaway. And he did 2 attempts last year, 1 completion. Otherwise, he just hit the back of the rim. Nice no-look pass to Rodriguez. He made an easy layup. Look,
and no call.
That's how to draw the foul.
Now, as of me, the last Celtic that scored was 21. I don't see him in your book here.
21. Maybe he's wearing a different jersey. Maybe he's wearing like a last year jersey or something. But 21 is Bobby Skane. What do I have him down? I have him down as 23. He was on a team last year, so that could be his last year jersey.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe that's just a typo on my part. Like I said, these are the official, unofficial.
Right, you did say that. Nice free throw shooting there.
What are the Pistons shooting for free throws? That's on the first page as a team. Free throws. Pistons.
Come on, guys, get back!
Actually, they're not the greatest of free throws shooting team.
Another steal by Rodriguez, Nesta. Oh, it blows up.
You can't miss those opportunities like
No, you really can't.
Check defense, come on!
No, that was a push off. He got him. Number 34, Celtics. 34.
He's not on there either. Oh, there he is. John O'Leary.
There we go. Yeah, 1 for 2. That's it. Yeah, this is baseball. Be batting 500. 3 seconds.
Wow.
3 seconds, Gary.
Just like you said. Coach didn't agree with that.
Well, one coach didn't. The other coach loved the call.
Come on, guys!
He travel violation. Now we're just seeing ugly basketball.
Right.
Both teams are playing solid. It's broken down now to ugliness.
Well, you know what it is. Both teams feel like it's the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
They've played like 4 quarters already.
Look at the score. They're ready to go home.
Now, do they not have deep benches? Is that part of the problem, too? It looks like a lot of the starters have been out there forever.
Yes, I don't understand that. I mean, because we look at the Pistons bench, and look how deep that bench is.
Yeah.
And half of them hasn't even gotten into the game yet. But that's the coach's prerogative.
One still has his coat on, I think. Is he a team? Is he?
Yeah, look at that. He's been sitting so long, he's ice cold. PC's freezing his own players.
Yeah, it was a carry.
He got the friendly roll.
Yeah, he knew it too.
Yeah.
Chest out when he was coming back down the floor. Wow, who's 22?
That's Philip.
Look at him.
Bazzari, first year sophomore.
Got a nice shot.
Yes.
I like his hustle too. Look at him. Like a water bug.
Alex Ham.
Oh.
Pass it to the other jersey.
Come on, Pistons, bring it.
That's Rodriguez's problem. He doesn't
One
get the rock.
1 on 5?
Yes. And that was a good foul. He went for the ball, and you're going to foul him. You got to make sure that the man doesn't score. You don't want to send him to the line where everything is free for a three-point conversion.
Right. Now, Nestor, are both teams out of the playoffs? What's a top 6 out of 8 or?
Top 4.
Top 4, okay.
You know, they would have to win the rest of their games and see what happens, but I would say that they are out of it. When you play a 14-game season, the worst that you can go into the playoff will be 577. There has never been, in a 14-game season, a sub-500 team to make the playoffs.
Huh.
When we had an 18-game season, several times the fourth-place team was 7-11. And of course, they always lost in the first round to the first-place team.
But that's what's great about this league, because you'd never know it on the floor today. You'd think these teams were both in first and second place and vying for position, playing hard.
Absolutely playing hard. And these teams, even though these two teams, the madness is probably not in their future for this season, they can wreck the groove for other madness contending teams.
Right.
Like tomorrow, the Celtics have the Lakers, and a Laker loss to the Celtics tomorrow can be devastating. That'll drop the Lakers down to 4 losses. But the game today to look at would be the third game, the Kings and the Sonics. Sonics did beat the Kings last time, and if the Sonics beat the Kings, that would drop the Sonics down. Excuse me, it would drop the Kings down. The Sonics would both the Kings and the Sonics would be 6-3, tied with the Lakers, and the Hawks have swept the Lakers. The Lakers beat the Sonics, but the Sonics will have swept the Hawks. So that would be a mess for the 4th place spot. Neither team would have 4th place.
Not only is that a good matchup between the players, but how about the coaches in that one?
Ah, the coaches. The coaches. You have Chuck Rogers, who was the husband of Gladys Rogers, Rivera's Rogers. And,
She's in the house.
She's in the house. She's in the house very early. Very early. Along with her granddaughter, who's wearing Sonic Green. We're up against the hip-hop coaches we talked about earlier. That's Bernardo Stroud and Joe Vaughn Walcott. That game on paper should be the game of the week, on paper. But the next game is not going to be a pushover game either. It's going to be the first place Bullets up against the last place Sixers. But these Sixers are on a 1-game win streak, and the Sixers have given every team in this league a run.
And they lead the league in free throw percentage, it looks like. 54%.
And the league leader in free throws is Joshua McCown, last week's recipient of the Woo of the Week. He was 6 from 6 at the line where everything is free that last week.
Nice shot. And you might have to give him another woo. He's doing the camera pretty well. What do you think?
Absolutely. He might be a first-time Woo of the Week 2 weeks in a row. Leo Rodriguez.
Nice shot.
Come on, Pistons. Tough defense now.
Oh, don't let that get there.
Bassari, that's his spot. Mondesor with a weak side rebound.
Come on, guys. Set something up.
Oh, nice steal. I've been impressed with his play, number 19.
Drew Weiner.
What year is he, Nesta?
Junior.
Junior's.
His second year.
Allen.
Oh, someone off the bench. The Pistons.
Not the one that hit that run. Looked like he just woke up, Gary.
Oops.
Oh, missed his opportunity. I think he did just wake up.
Come on, Pistons, tough defense. Come on.
Skane. Push it.
I don't think I've seen Rodriguez pass it once down there, huh?
He doesn't believe in that personally. 2nd and 6. Huh? We'll try to get a replacement for you.
Hey, where's the Terminator? Is he still with the league?
The Terminator?
Andy?
Oh, Andy's a graduate, so he's not playing anymore. But he has come back, and he's one of the coaches for the Lakers.
Oh.
He's usually here doing the camera.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought.
But he's down in the Keystone State. He's down in Pennsylvania this week.
Oh.
He's very excited that his Steelers won the Super Bowl. Very excited. And I told him, I said, you have every right to be proud, but just know this. The Steelers did not beat the Patriots this year.
Yeah, good point. Well said. Well said. We just got our, renewed our tickets for next year.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have never gone to a Patriots game.
I'm going to make a note of that.
Never gone to a Patriots game. I would love to go in September. Anything in October is too cold to stay outside. But yeah, so.
It's funny, I get that a lot. I called school committeeman Greg Lucy on a playoff game where it was 25 below. And he says, how many other people have you asked besides me?
Good job, Pistons.
I have never been to a professional hockey game either, because I know they keep it cold in there too.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of the cold.
Oh, nice steal. Celtics run a good press. I'm impressed.
Yes.
No pun intended.
Come on, guys, rebound.
Another thing I've noticed, Nesta, with the Souths, though, as good as they have with the press, they're not good finishers, huh?
No. Only Bobby Skane is a consistent finisher. That's number 21.
I see.
Skane now kicks it out.
Nice shot. He is good. Oh, he's good.
Oh, you see now, where's the 3 seconds? Okay, they got it. They're out of the key.
Wide open, 19.
Smack it with the flesh. There's no call, just like you said. We heard that.
Come on, guys, let's play some team.
That's how to go down low and draw the foul. He knew he didn't have a chance for the basket.
Yeah, he sure didn't. Right. I was just about to comment on that if he didn't get fouled. That Barry's got a nice arc, huh?
Yes. First year junior out of Malvern Catholic.
Oh, we haven't seen him for a while.
Who's that? I don't even know.
Dwyer, he started the game, but we haven't seen him for a long time.
Back foot.
Oh, nice move.
Nice move, lefty, but just couldn't finish.
Get in there, Kevin.
There you go. Good.
Wow, that's great pass. And great bucket. That's how they teach you, right, Nesta?
That's how the coaches teach you, but that's not how the players do it all the time.
Get it all up.
Take it right to the basket.
Oops. Oops. I've never seen the same player get blocked twice.
Halftime, we got to get into position. Josh, you got to put the camera on us. We'll be down here. Locker room. At the end of the first half, scoreboard went out. At the end of the first half, it's the scoreboard. Okay, there we go. Scoreboard's back. At the end of the first half, Gabby, the Celtics are 2 points better than the Pistons, 134 to 132.
Right. Typically, Nestor, when we go over these games, we talk about the score, but I'm not even going to talk about the score because I don't even know if that's the right score. But what I will say is, as I talked to you before, they don't have very good records, but both the Pistons and Celtics played like they were playoff teams, which has always impressed me about the league.
Yes.
They play hard no matter what the position.
Yes. And what's good is the Celtics even stepped up their game because your name's on the back of their jersey and you're in the house. They stepped up their play. That press, I mean, both teams went into the press, but the Celtics clearly had the superior press the first half.
Right. And I'm looking forward to a very exciting second half, although it might be 6 quarters now.
Yeah.
How long is this game? What time does this game start?
Oh, who remembers? It might have started last night.
Right.
But Gary Christensen said, Nestor Dudley, we'll see you at the half. All right, back at the half.
All right, Nestor, as we approach the 5th hour of play.
That was a long intermission.
It sure was. I was going to ask you why. I thought you were going to have entertainment or something.
And I would have said, why not?
Well, you're going to bring the audience up to par here? Where are we, second half?
We're in the second half. We're at the beginning of the second half. And the Celtics have just increased their lead 138 to 132. And we're just only assuming that the regular score is 38 to 32. That's only an assumption. I'm just going to turn on the audio just a little bit so we're a little fun. That should be better. See the needles move? Yeah, the needles are moving. That should be better.
Oh, nice putback. Number 10 shaking his head, looking like he should have been fouled as well.
He should.
PC on fire.
Yeah. Paul Conrad calling an early timeout, and you only get 3 timeouts a half, Gabby, and they do not carry over.
Yeah.
And when you have to burn a timeout before 2 minutes of play and a half, that ain't good.
Right.
Because you burn a timeout.
The hands are flailing, Nestor. Look at Coach. He is not happy.
Not at all. Not at all. Behind the camera now for the second half is Danny Gillis, a graduate of the Kings and a current King coach on the coaching staff. The Kings are idle today. The Kings and the Lakers are idle today.
Nestor, as I look out at the Pistons huddle, one thing I'm impressed, they're all out there. Even the kid with the coat. On the opposite side, Celtics look pumped up. They're smelling kill.
They're smelling kill, and of course they want to impress you. I mean, you're in the house, your name's on the back of the jersey. Oh, that was a bad pass. So lucky he drew the foul.
Dwyer's looking around like, wait a second, you haven't been calling fouls all game.
Staying on the giddy up.
Nicely done. Oh, he's hurt. 21's down.
He might have caught a finger in the eye.
Looks like he's okay, Nestor, but it does go to your point how important that padding is.
Absolutely.
You've been saying that for years, so.
I'm glad when the padding got put in either last year or 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember. I know when you and I were first in the cable cast booth, I had pointed out to you that I wanted to see some padding.
Oh, nice shot.
Come on, guys.
That stops the bleeding, but the Celtics are still up 10.
A quick 10-point fade to
Top
the lead.
defense. Come on, guys.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, well done.
And I was talking to Coach Paul Conrad of the Pistons during the half. They're going to call foul on Leo Rodriguez.
Tripping?
He tried to draw the charge. One thing, he had his arm out, and you cannot draw a charge when your arm's out like this. And then the guy just barely even touched him, and he flopped around like a fish out of water. You're not going to draw the charge. What I started to say is I confirmed with Coach Paul Conrad during the halftime that Michael Twiston-Steele has been benched the rest of the game. You cannot give figure to the lip to the coach. The coach call a timeout, drop a play. The coach does this because he's trying to win the game. The coach is not trying to sabotage you won the game.
Right.
And you know, your mouth off, you got to pay the price.
Now, does that surprise you about Steele?
Yes, it does, because he's a quiet guy. He's quiet, and he's a good player. He is their best player, but he ain't the coach.
Yep. Now, let me ask you, you said a while ago that 3 seconds are just coming back in vogue. What about charges? Those get called a lot, or? Do you see that a lot in this league?
They don't get called as much as I want to see them get called. From my vantage point, it seems to me that the defensive end has established position. But the men in the black and white striped shirts sometimes see it differently. The attempt's there to draw the line. A little confusing. That ref said stay here. That ref said stay here. When you say stay here, that insinuates that.
Right.
That insinuates that it should have been the Piston ball.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Because he said stays here. Stay here insinuates that it stays here. So this team that's shooting on this basket.
Even he's getting tired, Nesta.
That's bad, and he got 2 more games.
Come on, Piston!
Alex
man.
just gave it to Drew Wine.
Yeah. Another timeout here, Nesta? Nope.
Oh, it'll kill him. It'll kill him.
Almost another steal. Kevin Barry stops the bleeding. It's still down 10.
Nice job, guys.
See, now they called the block. I thought he established position.
Yeah, as did I.
Well, and that's the example. That's. Well, that's one particularly for the team, though. I mean, that was a hard foul in any case.
Oh, calling him tight now.
He's making up those makeup calls. Screwing up his call.
Yeah.
Don't we love those makeup calls?
Now, how that ref, has he been in your league a lot, or is he good? What's his reputation?
This is his first year.
How's he done?
I think he's done fine. I think he's done a fine job. I think he's brought back the call for 3 seconds.
Right, you were saying that.
I think he's done a fine job.
What happened to lighter?
I don't know. I actually talked to him before the season started. He said that he was going to actually take a season off of reffing any basketball games because he refs high school and.
Oh yeah, right.
So he's going to.
Is that a shot or a pass, Ness?
What?
Yeah, you like to think it was a pass, but I'm going to say it was a shot. Hit the rim. 3 seconds.
Wow, they called it. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the 3-second call.
Yeah.
You can't be camping out in the paint.
Come on, guys.
Oh, nice shot. Oh, they called that, huh?
Yes. Atlas Turtle coming into today's contest was third on the Dirty Dozen list with 27 of them.
Three minutes to go. The Celtics up by 10 in the third quarter.
Nice pass
Make
there.
that 12.
Nice pass there.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, I think the Celts are feeling it now, Nesta.
Yeah, they've hit that groove.
Oops.
Kevin Barry. I mean, Barry's doing all he can do.
I was just going to say, he's keeping them in.
But the other four guys are not dropping any points.
And we haven't heard much from Rodriguez this half.
Not at all. I think he's played the whole game so far.
Yeah.
I don't remember him coming out. I actually don't remember Kevin Barry coming out either.
Rebound, guys. Come on.
Oh, now that's down low
Too
doing
many
work.
chances, Nesta.
Yes, that's down low doing work. Too many chances, just as you said. Kickball.
You think Coach PC might be going to the bench soon? Well, it's still in range, though, right? 12 points is nothing.
12 points nothing when you still have 12 minutes and 5 ticks left to go in regulation.
Right.
Plenty of time, but, you know, the other four guys on the offense going to have to contribute. Can't just be all Kevin Barry. Phil Mutebi.
Oh, nice shot. Highlight there, huh?
There's a highlight. That's also accidental offense. But 2 points are 2 points.
Right. Oh, what about this one, though?
And he blows somebody. Skane was there for the cleanup.
All right. Celts are always there for the cleanup. I've noticed that. Oh, what a steal. Yeah, absolutely.
He said give it up. He did.
And he, wow.
Good transition.
You got to love this game, Nesta.
Oh, that was, you know, the Celtics are playing like world beaters right now. They really are. They really are. This is the best they've played all year. They haven't played this good since the Jamboree. I make my predictions based on the Jamboree. And in the Jamboree, they played the Bullets, and that was a tough game down to the wire. They lost to the Bullets by 2. Hence, that's why I thought, well, the big day's going to come down to those two, because they were clearly the 2 best teams I've seen in the Jamboree. But you know what? These predictions are not a science. And past couple of years, I've been right. This year, I'm definitely wrong.
But like you said, too, you're thinking it has something to do with the name on the jersey.
Yeah.
You know, and the contributor here. I'm just anxious to get number 22 back on the floor, the water bug.
Oh.
You think they're getting ready for him?
David Passari. Oh, he'll definitely see the floor again. He's a first-year sophomore. That's Magic's point guard of the future. When Atlas Sertle graduates, and Atlas Sertle is number 5 on the Celtics, he's a senior. When he graduates, the point guard role goes completely to David Passari.
And does he have the potential?
He has potential for it. He has good handles. He has good vision on the floor. He has a nice little outside shot. He can certainly handle the point guard duties. So, Sertle will be passing the torch to Passari. You know, if you can have 3 solid guys on your team, you can go far.
Yeah, you always said that.
You need a point guard, someone that has legitimate handles that can distribute the rock. You got two down low men, 2 men playing the front court, and you can go far in this league.
Speak of the devil, here he comes.
In. He's going in for Atlas Sertle.
They're feeling it now, Nesta. Not a second sooner for the Pistons, huh, Nesta? They're just...
They have not had a...
Oh, coach is yelling.
I don't understand it. Take it up there. Jeez, guys, come on. Let's get it up and look.
Coach PC on fire.
PC, I don't know if it stands for Paul Conrad or post cool, because he has definitely lost his cool.
Right.
Past cool, because he has definitely. And but he was right. Leo had Kevin Barry right there all by he lonesome with less than 10 seconds, easy layup. He went back to old ways and blew an opportunity. Oh, looks like we might make a subbing change for the refs. And this is a new ref. I haven't seen it before.
Has that happened in the middle of a game?
Yes, it has. He was digging a while for his whistle. He found it. That's good. So he's ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't have any background on him. He's a mystery.
Coach Conrad looks like he's ready to visit the concession stand. He's had it.
There has been times during the game he's gone out there. He's been so frustrated. Rodriguez passed it to.
Just looks like every ball's going to the Celtics. I mean,
they're getting.
Whew.
Drew Weiner. That's his move. He's a lefty.
He is good.
I thought Barry got fouled there, but
yeah. But I think giving the refs a sense in it, you know.
Yeah.
Let's get these 9 minutes over quickly. I mean, Celtics almost up by 20 here with 9 minutes left. Make that 18, 20 points now, Nesta.
20 points. And times are running out, and I just don't think the Pistons have the firepower without. What killed them is benching Michael Steele.
True.
But it had to be done. Disciplinary actions cannot be tolerated.
Nesta, I can't remember last time the Pistons made a shot.
It's been a while, and I'm sure the last one to make it was Kevin Barry. Now that's what he should be doing. The last time these two teams played, the Pistons beat them.
Huh. Do you think that could have a little bit to do with it?
Yeah, that
revenge
factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that revenge factor. Celtics thinking that they're clearly a better team, and they lost to a team that they thought that had no business beating them.
Oh, they're even shooting threes now. Celtics are that confident. They know it. Yeah. They can feel it.
Rodriguez draws the foul.
And I do like Christensen being on the back of those jerseys, so count me in for another 200 next year.
There you go. And we got it. And we got it recorded, so that's official documentation, right?
It could be used in a court of law.
Yeah. If they increase this lead anymore, we can certainly find time to talk about the mayoral race there.
Yep, and where to put City Hall.
And where to put City Hall, yes.
And who's going to be the next executive director? MATV?
Oh, well.
Which I hope you're applying for.
Oh, I have my votes. I mean, I certainly got my name in there. My name is in the hat.
Absolutely, better be.
And you know what? If there's any type of influence that you can have, you and Marty and Glasby Beers, Rogers, anybody, vote for TA. You'll see some real changes.
Are you a candidate now?
Positive changes.
Great.
I have put in my applications.
When do they close? When's the application process close?
The March 15th. March 15th.
The last day you can apply.
That's the last day you can apply. But I have I've definitely put my hat into the ring. You know, I was responsible for bringing digital to MATV.
Huh.
So.
And who decides? The board?
The board.
Yeah.
Board of directors.
Who's running the board? Who's the president of the board now?
Kevin Duffy.
Yeah. Nice steal by the Pistons, but
Magic Man has called timeout.
Yeah, the way he called that, Nestor, you think he's down 20.
I know.
Oh, boy. Coach PC better not look to his back. He sees that kid smiling. That kid behind him's mocking him a little bit. Boy, I'm not paying attention.
No.
And he's doing it with the guy that's been benched, Steele.
Hanging around bad company.
Wow. Coach Conrich is shaking his head.
They're not getting
timeout, called the play, stolen.
Yes. Hence another burnt timeout. You know, now he has one timeout left with 5 minutes left to go in regulation. You know, and if I'm the Celtics, I try to eat up some clock.
Yeah, I was just going to say that to you.
No sense of pushing it because, you know, you're coming up now to 4 minutes. Last 4 minutes every quarter stop time. And silly things going to happen like turnovers, fouls.
You think that's what their coach was telling them? Slow it down?
If the coach isn't telling them that, then he's a recipient of LOT. We haven't said LOT yet. I mean, lack of intelligence. You know we're not going to go an entire day without mentioning the LOT factor. There you go. Spread it around, shave up, eat up some clock. He's going to take a 3.
Just as you said.
Weak side rebound by Leo Rodriguez. The 2 men better. He just look up and pass. There you go. And good defensive play by Bobby Skane.
Wow.
Drew Weiner, he just threw that up. But you see, Gary, that's what I talk about. Eat up the clock.
Right. This is highlight time now, though.
The and 1.
That goes to your point. They could have chewed up, what, another 10, 15 seconds?
Yes, they don't have to, though. The Celtics don't have to do a whole lot of scoring anymore. The Pistons have to come to the Celtics. Seriously, you chew up that, you spread around the offense, you make the defense work, you eat up that clock. That puts the Pistons in a situation where they have to follow you. You eat up like a minute, 2 minutes off that clock, then the Pistons are going to follow you.
Right.
You go to the line, and there you go. Game over. This game of basketball, Gabby, is so simple. When you have the intelligence. It becomes hard when you put the L and the O in front of the T.
Crazy pass was that.
That was a violation.
Might have been 3 seconds.
And with the Pistons just got to push. They got to push. Attack. There you go. Magic's not liking that.
See, there you go. They're just...
The Celtics are rushing. There's turnovers that I just talked about. Barry going behind his back is ill-advised, but...
Look good.
Oh, Leo, he has to stop making some of these shots. The Pistons are just blowing the opportunities. They're down by 11. They don't have a whole heap of a lot of time left. But they did shave off 9 points, though.
True. Yeah, good point.
I'll just try to
you go. That was a deep deuce. Barry's been doing all this scoring. I'm not sure if anyone else on the Pistons has scored this half.
Let's say something, though, Nesta. If this game gets any closer, we're going to go right to the Celtics rushing the ball.
Yes.
What are they doing?
Come on, Pistons, tough defense, take it away.
See, he's taking it to the rack instead of eating up clock. Look at that. He was blocked clean. Instead of eating up the clock. They just can't. No one other than Barry can score on the Pistons' end.
Right.
Look at it. He's on a giddy up again. That's his last timeout.
You surprised by that? Oh.
No, they denied it. They say, you're not getting it, son.
It was a good try.
Now I call it timeout.
You know what I was going to say, Nesta? I'm surprised the Celts haven't called timeout, allowing that kind of play to go on. The lead's gone from 20 to what now, 9?
20 to 9. Maybe Coach Magic just wants to get out of here. Just you don't want to prolong this game any longer.
Yeah.
I just hope that now. I just hope that the Pistons, obviously Paul Conrad is giving them instructions. I hope that the Pistons follow these instructions. He called the 2 other timeouts in this half, gave instructions, and they just didn't follow it. Something happens from the time that the coach gives the directions until the time that they'll blow the whistle to start the clock. These players forget.
Yeah.
Can't blame it on Alzheimer's because they're all in their teens. You know, I tell you, Gary, it's, that phrase is so true. Youth is wasted on the young. But we have fun in here in this fraternity that we call the Malden Neighborhood Basketball League.
And with 2 minutes left, the Pistons down 9. The Celtics look unsure, Nesta. I just don't get it.
I can't understand it myself.
They look frazzled. Well, yeah, now they're using the clock.
Yeah. They're eating it now. The Pistons going to have to start fouling. See,
Finally.
just had to foul them. But that's what they should have done.
And then
How much time did that take off, Gary? About
30 seconds?
Something like that, yeah. It was.
How many seconds do you get before you have to shoot in this league?
There's no shot clock in this league.
Oh.
You can play
Always been?
Always been that way. You can play 4 corners. Now, of course, if the city wants to kick in a few bucks and buy a shot clock, we certainly ain't going to say no. But seriously, though, you could play 4 corners. You know, you could score the first basket of the game, and if you could play 4 corners for the next 30 minutes and some odd seconds, you'll win that game 2-0.
Well, let me ask you, we're talking about the highest scores. What's the lowest score you've ever seen?
The lowest score, gee, you know, that's a tough one. There's been some stinkers over the years.
What, 40s?
Oh no, I mean there have been scores. Matter of fact, it could have been this year. The Pistons lost a game to the Hawks, something like 54-15, something like that. It was. And Bradworth Benton, who's always representing, was here with his stats because he keeps the scores of past games. It would be right there. It was something like 54-15, but it was definitely those two teams. High scorer on the Pistons was someone with like 4 points. It was matter of fact, there were obviously no highlights for that game, and on Around the Rim, I just did that splash screen real quick because it was an embarrassing score, and you never want to embarrass anybody. And Barry,
nice shot.
Scoring.
Yeah, but a little too late. Still fouling with the game out of hand. You know this game's over as the other teams start coming out in their full gear.
Yes. Next game will be the first place Bullets, 7-1 against the last place Sixers, 1-8. On paper, it seemed like a blowout, but I expect that to be a pretty decent game.
Yeah, you were saying that. Sixers lead the league in free throw percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bullets may not be looking to this match as anything worth.
Hopefully the Bullets are not
down.
Hopefully the Bullets are not looking past the Sixers.
6-game win streak for the Bullets.
Yes.
Now, as you look to next game, what are the Bullets' strengths? Everywhere, outside, inside.
The Bullets have two key guys. They have Jimmy Dean, which is his third year senior, and they have Jamal Baskin. He's a first-year junior, I believe, and he's actually leading the Bullets in points.
Huh.
But I do not see. Oh yes, okay, he is here. I was going to say I do not see him, but he's here.
Am I reading that right? Are they only down 5?
They're only down 5. You are reading that right.
Jesus. Oh, that's good hustle.
Yes.
Although it went right to the other player.
Leo scored.
What the heck is going on here now?
13 ticks left to go in regulation, Gary. Pistons down by 3. It certainly is within reach.
How did that happen, Nesta?
I don't know. We were watching, and we were commentating on the game.
Right.
We missed it. Talk about silent assassination.
Right.
What happened?
Even Lisa Ruggiero, who's the team mother of the Pistons, don't know what happened.
I turned my back for 2 seconds.
Right.
She turned her back for 2 seconds talking to Mama D'Souza, and we all missed it.
Right. We were previewing the next game, getting ready to talk about the relocation of City Hall, and Pistons down 3. Now, what do you do here, Nesta? Pistons down 3. They don't have the ball, right, on the inbound?
Pistons do not have the ball.
So you got to foul.
You got to foul. The Pistons just have to foul, put them to the line. And this is Paul Conrad's timeout, so he doesn't even have to benefit.
And let's see with the Celtics free throw. They're middle of the league, 50%.
It all depends if the Pistons foul the right guy. Howard Jones asked how many timeouts they have. They don't have. Oh, actually, the Pistons do have one timeout because there was something that called a timeout.
Oh.
The Pistons do have a timeout.
Timeout. What the? I have.
So that's good. That's beautiful. Paul didn't even have to use his time.
Right.
That was an interception. And the double bonus. They're shooting 2 at the line where everything is free. And Kevin Barry's at the line. What is he shooting at the line? Kevin Barry. 52%.
Oh.
Down by 2, Gary. What is Drew Weiner at the line when everything is free? 47%.
Two shots here, Nesta?
1-on-1.
1-on-1, okay.
And the Pistons come down the ball, they need to call a timeout. Use their last timeout.
He's a 47% free throw shooter. Oh. The Pistons had their chance.
Had their chance. 2 ticks expired from the clock.
16. 30% from the free throw
At
line.
least they fouled the right guy. He's only been to the line 13 times. Has only hit 4 of them. He's not a good free throw shooter. All eyes on the league on him.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh.
He was supposed to come down. He was
call
supposed to come
timeout.
down and call a timeout. Paul Conrad had the playbook right there. He was supposed to call a timeout. Oh, Lord help that kid.
And they had the instruction. They were told, right?
They were told, come down, call the timeout.
Who was that threw that ball?
Oh, that was Phil Mutebi. Lord bless his soul. He has to be the sickest boy in the gym right now. Alan Tam hits the front end of the double bonus. And Gary, that's probably the ball game.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, down by 4, 5 ticks left to go. They're just going to let him go. He's taking a 3.
Oh.
Too late. Celtics 166, Pistons 165, and Gary, it was simple. We heard it, we called it before Coach Conrad even said anything. You foul them, you go to the line, you come down to rebound, you call the timeout. Coach Conrad had the playbook. Everything was going the Pistons' way. Phil Mutebi came down and just threw it. If he passed it to somebody, at least you can forgive that.
Right.
But he just threw it like a hot potato. He's like, ooh, I don't want this. And that was the ball game.
I don't know, Ness. This is a game that had almost everything that you'd want in a game. Pistons were up, Celtics were up, and then we looked down and the Pistons were back in it, and just a little too late.
Pistons down by 20. Next thing we knew, a few minutes later, they're only down by 3.
Right.
Silent assassination.
Right. But that play, I got a feel for him. I mean, he had the ball, all the momentum was there. He didn't call the timeout.
Just didn't call the timeout, and I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, well, in any case, can't take anything away from the Celtics. The Celtics had a mission.
Right.
They had to stop that losing streak. They stopped that losing streak.
Right.
They got a 1-game win streak. They're going up against tomorrow's non-cable cast game against the Lakers. So the Celtics improve. The Pistons drop. For Gary Christensen, City Council Award 1, Danny Gillis behind the camera. Josh McCown, first half behind the camera. This is Nesta Dudley saying we'll be seeing you at the games.